Did we sleep together last night? Mark? 7 words, just 7. And they fell like a guillotine blade in the quiet kitchen. Mark Wilson looked at Elaine Prescott, his boss, his director, the woman whose sharp mind and steady fairness had quietly guided his life these past 3 difficult years. She stood there, wearing Sarah's old Yale t-shirt and sweatpants, looking younger, softer, impossibly vulnerable, and completely, heartbreakingly lost. Her face was pale, uncertain, nothing like the calm, controlled woman he knew. A tremor passed through the careful world he'd built. 24 hours earlier, he had still been just existing, routine, suppressed longing. 3 years since Sarah. The empty side of the bed had become familiar, cold, safe. Being Lily's dad was enough. It had to be enough. The office party, Trevor's nudge to live a little. The music, the crowd, it all slid past him like rain on glass until Mrs. Patel's text. She'd take Lily to the recital, a small window of freedom, a chance to show his face, and quietly thank Elaine for always understanding. He found her at the bar, simple black dress, a warmth in her eyes he'd never seen at work. One drink became conversation, real conversation. He spoke of Sarah, of the ghost pain of reaching across the bed at night. Elaine listened, really listened. Her usual cool gaze softened into something gentle, something that saw him. Then she said it, almost too quietly. The divorce was finalized yesterday. The rawness in her voice cracked something open. Glasses empty, edges blurring. She swayed. He caught her elbow. Her skin was warm, fragile in a way that startled him. Outside, cold air, no cabs. No one can see me like this, she whispered against his ear. Guilt twisted hard in his stomach. Lily's recital, his daughter's moment. But Elaine leaned heavier against him, and he couldn't leave her. He called Mrs. Patel. He made the impossible choice. In his car, she spoke of 12 years, of betrayal, of a man who couldn't stand her strength. Her pain filled the small space, heavy, pressing against his ribs. At her place, keys gone, panic rising. I can't go back there. And so he heard himself say it. Come to my place. He settled her on the couch. Water, aspirin, a note. Then he ran to Lily. Guilt burning like fever. He caught the end of the recital. Lily's smile, medicine, and knife at once. Later, Elaine stirred, embarrassed, mortified. He offered the guest room, Sarah's clothes. It felt wrong and necessary. Thank you, she whispered. Before the door closed between them, morning came. Lily with cartoons, Elaine in the doorway, in Sarah's faded shirt, looking small and ashamed. Then the question, low, urgent. Did we sleep together last night? Mark, his stomach dropped through the floor. No, God, no, nothing happened. The relief that flooded her face almost hurt to watch. Her shoulders dropped. A long, trembling breath escaped. Thank God. She straightened quickly, professional mask sliding back into place. I would never want to complicate things between us. You're one of my best people. I respect you too much. He nodded. But something stung quietly, deeply. Not just that nothing happened, but that the very idea had terrified her. He hadn't realized how completely he'd erased the part of himself that could still be wanted. I should go, she said, eyes avoiding his. We probably shouldn't mention this at work. Of course. Then, softer. No rush. Stay for breakfast. Lily and I always make pancakes on Saturdays, and somehow. Breakfast happened. Lily chattered. Elaine laughed, really laughed. The air slowly warmed. Later, she found her keys, changed back into her dress behind the closed door. He stood in the hallway, feeling the ghost of heat on his skin, hearing every soft rustle of fabric, knowing she was leaving his world again. At the door she paused. "Thank you, Mark, for everything. Not many people would have been so kind. Anyone would have. No, they wouldn't. Trust me." Her eyes held his longer than necessary. Something unspoken passed between them. Then she was gone. The car door clicked. The engine hummed. Silence returned, heavier than before. And in the weeks that followed, that morning question kept echoing, not because of what happened, but because of what it revealed. He had forgotten he was still a man who could ache to be touched, seen, desired, until one evening, a text from her. "Would you and Lily like to celebrate my promotion with ice cream? No alcohol, I promise." Elaine. His heart answered before his mind could argue. Ice cream became museum trips, park picnics, weekend light. One night Lily asked, innocent as sunrise, "Are you and Miss Elaine boyfriend and girlfriend?" "We're friends," he said carefully. Lily tilted her head. "She makes you smile like in the pictures with Mommy." 6 months later. Dinner. Across the table, her hand found his. "That morning," she said quietly, "when I asked if we'd slept together, I was so scared of the answer. Not because I didn't want it, but because I was terrified I'd ruined something before it even had a chance to start." "And now?" he asked, voice rough. "Now." Her thumb brushed slowly over his knuckles. "I'm grateful every single day for the man you showed me that night. I've fallen in love with you, Mark Wilson, with you, and with Lily." A year later, vows, Lily scattering petals, sunlight on white flowers, and as he spoke the words that would bind them, he understood. Sometimes the moments that feel like they're breaking you are the very ones quietly setting you free.